Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch, but you already know that because it's the first thing you learned when you opened your buffet manual. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. Today I'm doing another essentially one occasion 3 looks, but this one is actually going to be titled one topic 3 looks because I didn't know what else to call it. So in today's video, we are actually going to be doing 3 Pinterest recreations. This is a very ambitious video, but I decided I have the time, I have the energy, I have the interest, so let's do it. The first look we're going to do is going to be quite simple, as I like to start them off, and I'm really excited to do these 3 looks. So the first one looks like this. Okay, so just a kind of structured feline neutral eye. I don't really know what else to call it, but like a smoky liner type of eye. I was looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. I was like, that's kind of boring. But this one for me feels like it's really about proper placement. Now, I had just done a video where I did some liner. It wasn't liquid, it was my color case, but I did liner. And I was saying that I think for my specific eye shape, because I want to try to avoid my sometimes poof, which causes a little bit of issue when it comes to doing liner, instead of going up like I really want, I'm gonna go out. And what better look to attempt that with than this? So let's get started. I'm starting with the full face of makeup. Looks really good. I'm very happy with it. We've got our 2-tone brows on, and I think with this look, we are going to prime with the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Shade 2. So let's get started. Sorry, I always gotta drop something, hit myself, burp, gurgle, one of the things, okay? So we are going to start with Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Shade 2, and then of course, I didn't get any of the things out because why would I be prepared? That's ridiculous, okay? So just gonna put a little bit on here, and of course, you know my drill. Gonna do one eye, come back to you with the full look. Done. Grab some clean brushes. I've used so many brushes today, and we're gonna use so many more. I am having a little makeup marathon, having a good time, okay? I don't wanna use another brush, but we're going to. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what palette would be good for this look. And I'm thinking, honestly, anything would be good for this. So what I'm gonna do right now, as I'm applying this color case, I'm gonna keep it on the mobile lid here. I'm gonna skip this whole area, okay? Because this is a little bit of a structured eye, and that's more the shape of the model's eye than the makeup application. But in the hopes to kind of mimic that, I want to keep my primer a little bit lower. I don't want to take it all the way up to the brow, at least on the inner portion, so we can leave most of that bare, because given the shades that we're going to use, we don't really need a lot over there. Okay, I always like to take it at least up to the tail of my brow though, because I do like a highlighted brow. I do have the color case up there a little bit, but I like to put my primer there too, in case I put a shadow on top. Okay. So it looks like the bulk of the dark color is mostly going to be out towards the lash line and over here. We're not going to need to do too much work there. Now, on a white woman, you can get away with that. For me, I do want a little bit of crease just because I have a lot of space up there. So I think a really good palette for this would probably be my Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. So let me grab that. All right, so I actually picked out a few more things. So we're gonna take a peek at the shades in the Coffee Shop palette. I also pulled out the Rich palette because I feel like this might, in case I wanna change up the tones, this might be a good palette to use for this as well. Because her look is like brown and orangey, and I feel like we could get those tones out of those top rows there. And then for the shimmer, it's gold. I don't necessarily have to stick to the color, but I decided to just pull out the light collection from Flower Beauty because I think some of these might be really nice. So those are gonna be the shims. So looking at the matte shades, I'm just gonna take a really quick peek at the color shop or Coffee Shop. This palette would work beautifully too. And it's smaller than this one, a lot of choices. So let's go ahead and use the Coffee Shop palette. So All right, so the brown is not super, super dark. I like a dark eye, so this is mostly about the flavor of the look. It's not about creating an exact duplicate, but just using that as reference and, you know, inspiration. So I'm gonna start with just doing a little bit in my crease. I wanna keep it rather light. Actually, now that I think about it, I think the safest thing to do would be to use like a face powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Micro Smooth by Sephora. Let's get some of this creasage out of there. Okay. And I'm just gonna dust this very lightly in this area here. And again, this is not even gonna give much color, which is exactly what I want. So I'm gonna focus it in here, especially because that will give the shimmer something to bounce off of with a little bit of structure. I hope that makes sense. And that is absolutely perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so now for this part, let's start with our light colors and build up. So I really like that orangey. It actually does look orange. So instead of the coffee shop, I feel like the proper thing to do would be to use the Rich palette because we want that oranginess. And I see that her lower lash line is actually, like her waterline, has a very warm orangey liner in it as well. So we are going to go straight in, and I'm gonna use this shade Maple. It's quite orangey. I'm gonna focus this, we're starting on the lower lash line actually, which is also quite different than what I usually do because the top doesn't really need this. Okay. So taking that orangey brown shade, we're mostly just gonna smudge this on the lower lash line. Get this going. Perfect. And we can take that all the way to the corner of the eye. Okay. And now it's time for that deeper shade. So I'm gonna get a smaller, kind of like slightly rounded pencil-y brush. And we are going to just go in, okay? I think to keep it brown, I don't want to venture into red. I think I'm actually gonna go all the way down here to this dark color called Fossil. Because I don't want to use those other browns and make it go too red. I want to keep mine darker and I want it to look brown. So I'm gonna start this at the, about here. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna look straight ahead, sorry. Look straight ahead, and I'm gonna take this outwards. And I feel like I should do this part first because the gold will kind of, you know, dictate everything else. Go back in with that orange shade and just make sure we're getting a nice soft smoke here. And then a little bit of that orange shade just to blend this out. And we're just going to go back in, reestablish that depth. Okay, I like that. That's really pretty. Okay. And I'm trying not to get too hung up on it not, like hers goes out like a triangle. Mine kind of, because again, with the shape of my eye, it kind of gets like curved up because of this little part here. I don't want to get caught on trying to make that too perfect because I feel like I'm definitely going to change the shape if I do. So I'm just going to put a little bit of it on top of, see what I mean? Right there. Because this is about it being quite blown out. Or you know what? I'm just going to bring it up. We're going to just kind of cover that poof. There we go. Okay, much better. All right, so for the shimmer, we could stay right in this palette. Honestly, I think we might, but I really do love these. And honestly, I think this one is the one I want to use. Yes, so this is Desert Lights from Flower Beauty. Blending brush. Okay, and I'm going to use the shade Soul. I'm gonna use this one. Gold, not my favorite, but we're gonna use this one. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now when I get towards the inner portion, again, I want to leave this part alone. So I'm gonna just kind of get this on the lid. But we are gonna bring that shimmer up here, because that way you can see it when I open my eye. Okay. Then turning the brush on the edge, I'm going to put that on the lower lash line. Or the inner corner, my bad. We're not going to use any eyeliner because we've got 2 more looks to do, okay? We want easy removal. Okay, I'm just going to dust away the fallout. All right, guys, I'm gonna do the other eye. Let's get that. And do the other eye, and I'll be right back for the reveal. Guys, we did it. Okay. Honestly, it's gonna be the, well, is it gonna be the easiest of the 3? I don't know. But easy application, easy execution. I really like it. So let's just look at the source material again. Now, again, this is not about making an exact replica of this look. Let me see if I can just, I wanna get it so you can see without the glare. Okay, so it's not so much about me executing the look to make it look exactly like this on my eye, just the flavor. Look at it, what can I do that's similar? And I feel like we've succeeded. Now this feels very similar actually to the 2 looks that I did, not the 2 looks, the first look I did, I think with the Rich palette for my Beauty Bay playlist. I did something kind of like triangular. I honestly think this is very similar to what I did, but I like this shape of look. I think it's something I'm gonna have to keep doing with different colors, different textures, things like that. But I think it is very pretty. It's hard for me to do like perfect outer V's being the same shape, but there's something about using a shadow that just softens it, made it very easy to just whack it on, not think too hard about it. I'm just seeing, a little perfectionist. I'm just seeing little boo-boos as I do this. But I think for the first look, this is a win. Yes? Yes. I really, really like it. I love it with my big poofy floofy hair. I like it with this lip combo. I just put on a regular lip just to, because it's not about lips here. So this is the first Pinterest recreation, and I give it 10 out of 10 buffets, okay? I do need a scale, like a rating system. But either way you spin the Drado, let's go ahead, take some pictures, and move on to recreation number 2. We are on to look 2. I've redone my concealer. Just a side note, if you're the kind of person that does content or you do multiple looks in one sitting, a concealer that I would highly recommend, because it is easy application in the way that it can also blend into powders. The Born This Way Multi-Sculpt, like you would think I have to do my entire foundation over. Literally don't. It just blends right back into the edge of the powdered portion of my face that I don't remove to take my makeup off, like a dream. So, little side note. Okay, so we're moving on to the second look. I have changed my lip to a trio, a Juvia's Place trio. We are wearing the liquid lipstick in Ebony as my liner. I am of course using the queen of all my lipsticks, Miss Sheba, to fill in the center. And today's gloss is actually the chocolate drip gloss from the Coffee Shop collection. This is my new lip, like the brown. So this is my dupe of the Nemo Tang, even though this one is warmer, but it still works and I'm happy, very, very happy. So that is the lip, and this is the second eye that we're going to be recreating. So it's kind of hard to see, but this is going to be a green smoky eye. Super simple, I know, a little bit boring, but we're gonna do it anyways, okay? Now, I do have the perfect items to do this, and that is what we are going to use. I feel like it's a little bit of a cheat, because technically I've done this look already, but we're here, we're gonna do it. Let's move on. So again, I wasn't prepared. This one's gonna be so simple, so easy, and that is the point of this, okay? We're gonna be busting out the Fluid Eye Paint from About Face in the shade Smoke Signal. This is going to be our green shade, and then we're just going to do a brown in the crease, a nice gold in the intercorner, and call it a. Actually, again, because this is not about creating an exact dupe, I'm going to use a green holographic line or shadow for our intercorner, because that's what I like to do. So let's get all up into it, okay? So these are a really great formula, so easy, perfect for something like this, okay? So let me just grab a brush. I am using so many brushes today, y'all, but you worth it, so we're gonna do it. And I'm gonna wash these brushes tonight, because tomorrow I do wanna play the makeups again. Even though these brushes won't be dry, but at least we won't have a ton, okay? Getting started, dark green from About Face. Shade is Smoke Signal. Nothing on the eye, don't need anything on the eye for these. These are kind of like a base in themselves. So I'm going to use like a flat concealer type brush just to set this in place. Very pigmented, very smooth. We're going to get easy, even application. I absolutely love these. I particularly love this color for this type of look. So I'm just tapping it, tapping and dragging, putting her where I need her. I want the bulk of the color to stay on the lid, of course. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm just going to drag her up a little bit into the crease of my eye, not a ton, because again, we're going to be using browns to, get the finished look. I always get a little gobbledygook in the corner of my lip there. Okay. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and take some of that and put it on the lower lash line. I'm going to take the tip of the brush for this so we can get real close to the lashes. Under those lashes, girl. And I'm trying to do like a really thin application because I want to smoke that out with the brown. Now, I think the brown in the picture looks a little neutral. I want to go a little bit warmer so that this stays a little bit bright. And we're going to remix this look just a bit because I do want to see it matte, but I then also want to put a shim. This would be a great time to pull out some multi-chromes, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Probably the DD Signature or the, what's it called? The 9-pan from Beauty Bay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just get one of my color switchies and use one of the brushes from the first look. And we're going to take the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. And I'm going to use this brown right here, okay? And again, the video I did for my sister is really coming in clutch. I'm going to just pop this in my crease. Very simple, very easy, no fuss, no muss. Get it on, get it done. Perfect. Lovely. I'm going to take that same brown right under the lower lash line. We're done. Shape shifter. Sorry, yeah, shape shifter. I get these confused. Shade shifters and shape shifters. Okay. We need a pencil-like brush to get this on. Okay, and we're gonna go into this shade Ritual right here. She's gonna reflect green. Look how perfect that is. Oh. And a little bit on her brow bone because I love it. That's it. That's it. Simple. Gonna go ahead, do the other eye, come back with the reveal. All right, we are done. Simple, easy, fun, beautiful. I love it. Easy, easy, easy. I used to not like looks like this that were very easy. I felt like if I wasn't putting 10 shades on my eyes, I wasn't getting any, wasn't getting any fun out of it. But I love this. Definitely going to be doing a lot more, basically 3 eyeshadow looks because this was just so easy. The colors are beautiful. I love dark green eyeshadow. And I just love I like it. I tend to like it a lot on other people, and then I don't think to do it on myself, but this is pretty. I love it. I also enjoy not taking the dark green all the way up and just having my crease be quite brown. I used to feel like that's just too much crease, too much, real estate, but I think it looks really nice today. So I do love this. I'm gonna go ahead and take a few pictures with it like this, and then we're gonna zhuzh it up with some, I wanna use something to turn this matte shade shimmery because I can't help myself, okay? Again, it's not about making an exact replica of the Pinterest look. It is about inspiration or pinspiration, okay? Be right back. To zhuzh up this matte and turn it into a shim, we got a lot of options, okay? So of course we have the first thing that's already on the eye, but I prefer to use these just for my intercorner and highlight under the brow. So we're not gonna put that on the eye because then it's just gonna look like that. We already know what that looks like, okay? So of course I have my Jewel Shine collection from Odin's Eye. We got this beautiful green we could do something with, but I feel like I use these quite a lot. So I also have the DD Signature Chromebook Volume 1. And this has a beautiful dark green, but then of course these other shades will shift in different ways. So those are definitely an option. The Mini Charms palette from Beauty Bay, I was actually on Beauty Bay today, and this is back in stock. It's $13. This is a beautiful little 9-pan highlighting or duochrome palette, and it looks like this shade here actually flips green. And this one, I think, actually flips kind of gold, but on that, we might get a little bit of green. So that is also an option. And then I have my Crystal Cream Cosette palette. Now, this one is not so much like duochrome, but look, look at that. I love this. I just looking at it, okay? But I also have the little foil film from Made by Mitchell. What to do? What to do? I actually want to use Dee Dee. And I think we're going to use should we just use Honeydew? We swatched it. Here we go. I'm just going to tap a touch of it in the center there. Oh, I like that. Okay. I'm going to pop that on the other eye. Just zhuzh up the crease with our crease color, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're done. Lovely. I couldn't help myself, okay? I actually went also with a little bit of Starlight, and I just put them on the center. From this palette, my two favorite shades are Peach Blossom and Starlight. I love those two shades. So I literally cannot dip into this thing without touching those and adding them in some way, shape, and or form, okay? But this is beautiful. I always have to zhuzh up, like, I love matte looks, but there's something about just popping on a shimmer after you get the good photos of that matte eye. Turn it into a shimmery goodness is just one of my favorite things to do. Okay, I couldn't help myself. But that is look 2. I really like it. I'm not even gonna even pretend like I can pick between the 3 that we're doing which one is my favorite, but I really enjoyed this for its simplicity, for its creativity, for its glitz, its shine. It's just beautiful. Okay, so let me go ahead and take off this lip because she's traveling. She being disrespectful, trying to go down my throat. Okay, so let's go ahead, wash all this off, and get to the third and final look, which is going to be a little bit more creative. Okay guys, we are back and we are on to look 3. Today's fun look. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is going to be a great time for me to test out my Tria, or the primary mini color case from Made by Mitchell. So without too much thinking, let's jump into it. I first want to get out this Morphe brush. This is the M173. It's kind of a round blunted tip. I feel like this will be good for getting a nice shape in the inner portion of the eye. So it's just gonna be a lot of red, okay? Now, at first I was gonna do a different color, but I think red's gonna work. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to be going for these really clean circles because I'm not as artistically inclined as the people who are doing these things. So we're gonna do the best we can. And I'm just going to go in here, get a decent amount so I can kind of stamp, and let's see if we can get this right, okay? So I'm gonna something I think I'm gonna have to do both eyes at the same time. So let's just go for it. I'm gonna go for that second circle across here. That was quite easy. And now I'm gonna take a little bit of this and I'm just gonna put just a touch here and just a touch here because there's just a little bit of red kind of blended on her lid. Just gonna take a brush and just a little wash. Yeah, perfect, just like that. And now the big circle. So this is where I'm gonna use the Made by Mitchell brush. I don't know how to do a circle like that. I kind of feel like, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the product, I'm gonna put it on the top of my mascara. It's not gonna be opaque. I mostly just want it to give me a stamp. And I'm just gonna stamp that. There. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the Made by Mitchell brush and try to fill that in best I can. Okay, no, but why is this coming out perfect? Yay. And I am gonna set this with red eyeshadow. Okay, that came out really well. It's not as big as hers. And I don't want to attempt making it as big as hers because then I'll mess it up. So we're gonna go on the other side, and it looks like on this one it's more to the lower lash line. So again, I'm just going to make my little impromptu stamp, okay? And I'm gonna put it right here. Now, I like this. The rest of her face looks like she has a few red beauty marks. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a red smoky eye. I'm going to do a little more eyeshadow because I can't help myself, okay? And it just looks a little undone, especially over here. I mean, I could add some smaller dots. I do love dots. Lines and dots is what I got, okay? But I kind of feel like well, I guess I shouldn't do eyeshadow because I wouldn't be able to do it on this side. So maybe we should do more dots. I did pull out this because this could give me smaller dots. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna just make more dots with the color case and the end of a brush. Because again, it's not about it looking exactly like the model. I just want to enjoy. I think that's enough actually. Let's pop one over here, like. How about we do, I want to do like red liner. No, I need a little eyeshadow. I can't help myself. Just gonna take the blends again, okay? We're not gonna put any type of like base or anything down. I just feel like it needs a little bit something over here on this eye. Don't you think? You think? I think. So that's what we're gonna do. And actually, I don't think we need to set these with anything. I'm gonna start actually with this orange shade, and I'm gonna try my very best not to do too much, but it needs a little bit of something, just a little bit, okay? The model looks great because she's got like this really clean, almost naked looking skin. Oh, I ain't doing that. I can't do that, okay? So we gotta zhuzh her up a little bit. We gotta do something, just a little something. Okay, I like that. And then very lightly, I just want to add a little bit of red to this, just a touch, not too much. You don't need to blow it out. It doesn't need to be super opaque, but just a little, you know, just a little bit, okay? So I went into the shade here, Self-Love. Just like wispy movements. I like that. This feels like a good time for, hers is very clean. Like I said, very clean. She's got a little bit of a lash, no liner, nothing on the, no mascara on the lower lash line. But I feel like I'm gonna add black liner to this and mascara. So I will be right back and we will be done. We are done. I love it. I love it. I love this so much. Not only do I think this is a really cute look, but it also helped me decide that I will be keeping my little pro, okay? I was going to declutter this because the yellow was giving me problems, but you know what? Screw her, we don't gotta use her. The other colors are going to come into play. This was so much fun. Now again, mine does not look exactly like the picture, but that is okay. It's about the inspiration, the pinspiration, and I feel inspired, pinspired, okay? I love this so much. Valentine's Day was yesterday, and this would be a cute little, you know, funky little Valentine's Day look. I just feel like this was such a fun makeup play. This whole entire day has been great. The makeups has been great. The outcomes have been great. I've been feeling great. Everything is great, okay? I love this. I love this so much. Now, the idea is to have more one occasion 3 looks, but I definitely think we're going to have to do the pins, more pinspirations, because this was just fun. This was fun. Doing something a little unconventional, doing something a little creative, a little abstract, every once in a while just really, you know, helps you flex those creative muscles. I absolutely love this. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but can you tell that I love it? I love this so much. So, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love doing these. Let me know if you enjoy this type of video where I do 3 looks, 3 different looks in one video. If you do, I mean, even if you don't, I'm gonna keep giving it to you, but if you do, I can totally make it something that I make sure to have at least 2 or 3 a month, okay? We could do that. This was so much fun. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. It's been me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch, and you already know that because you are so smart. And I've been talking your face off for a long time, so you remember things. I hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever time of day it is, whatever day it is. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Go ahead, drink some waters, exfoliate your lips, moisturize them, clean up your mess, because look it, y'all can't see the chaos. I don't know if I'm playing in makeups more or if I'm just gonna spend the next hour cleaning up this here mess. But either way you spend the dreidel, have a great day. I will see you in the next video, which will be very soon. And until then, guys, take such good care of yourself. What is this? This is why we've got a clean color case. What are you doing to me? Have a good one, guys. Bye.